Oh, sorry about that. I got an elderly dog that needed some attention. She is I don't think she's feeling too well today. Having she's eating, but she's just having so I mean she's still eating, but it's just not as been the way that she's eating is unlike her, so that's why it's a little worrying because usually she's all about some fucking food. She's just been a little I don't know. Anyway. All right, so this stream we're going to finish up the mage survival difficulty, and we're going to start another playthrough. Because I think I don't think there's any other. I know there's got to be something that goes on with this Red Church quest, but I'm kind of ready to bring this playthrough to an end. And while I'm looking around, just start a new playthrough. To be honest, because I like the dungeons don't reset, so it's getting to the point to where the only enemies I have to kill are basic enemies on the map, and well, at this particular level, I'm just like, and everything just dies. So it's, I mean, I know that I built the character to do that, but it, it's kind of boring. Especially when it's just the basic enemies. If it was like, if the dungeons reset and there was like the bosses reset, that kind of thing, that'd be something different. But seeing that it's the dungeons don't, the interiors don't. Heidi, you ready to get back up on the couch? I think she's ready to get back up on her perch. No? No? Are you ready to get back up on the couch, go back to sleep? So I get something to drink, go to the bathroom. Are you ready to get back up on the couch? Right, look around. All right. It's okay. Okay. So I've made it to level 75. I mean, you still get decent experience. It's not about the leveling. I mean, you still level decently enough. I mean, you still get decent experience with it, get the shit out in the world. But it's the fact that it's just not a challenge out there, and you have to manually, like, good use manually, which you're gonna wait to reset it. So, and it just doesn't seem like, I mean, fuck, dude. Okay. Blade in the Shadows. Let's take care of this real quick since we're in this town. This is a dialogue quest anyway, so.
There's no need for violence.
We're not. Okay, that's right.
How can I? Oh no. I'm sorry. Dangerous? Wait, who in there? No, you've got it all. They can. I didn't think it. I never imagined he was famous. No, with no all. I should have go inside.
Yeah. So literally the blacksmith sends you over here. He wants you to basically cut off his hands because he's making bad armor. You find him that he's a kid. He's like, what, 17 or some shit?
What could you... That doesn't make... I mean... That's surprising. I don't understand why people would admire. I'm not even. It's just. The Knights of the What night? There's a lot. A night. Danger. I don't. It's no different than a My books. But that doesn't. I'm just someone who. Why would anyone take my words over the words of someone who's been working I thought they'd see it for what. But I never said I was a master. Just because my books are printed doesn't make sense. I hear what you say, but I just wanted to share my ideas. Osbricht, his what wait, this is if here's my letter. Thank you, and
It's kind of funny. So he's the one that sends you on to this quest. So you can go back and talk to him and give him this letter, and they become pen pals. So I wonder if, like, in some kind of like later expansion or game or whatnot, he actually might be a master armorer as he gets older. With what he's learned now, mixed with the age and experience of a real blacksmith, he could be a legend. I still don't want to see if it could get this fucking house open. Or the tavern.
Just another peaceful moment. Oh, well, I still... A letter? On it. Damn it. That kid seems really nice. He's just thinking...
Okay. Okay, well, I guess this is where we're gonna go. Yeah, I guess we'll bring it to an end. What you doing? I figured you'd go back to sleep. Yeah, I got way off of fucking objective. Way off the objective. Okie dokie. Crap. Oh well.
So, you finally made it. Took you long enough. I hope you're ready, because this is it. The beginning of the end. This is the Charred Conclave, a graveyard for druids, burned alive as scapegoats for the Red Death. It's a reminder of what happens when people fear what they don't understand. They spoke out. They should have stayed silent, kept their... They believed their ancient knowledge, ugly and painful truths from times long past, could save... But people don't want the truth. Cruel rituals, sacrifice. They called it wisdom, knowledge. But to the people, everything they did. The Druids believed their results would justify the costs. They thought Avalon would see them as saviors. But the people didn't understand, and fear turned to fire. Well, the Red Church and their politicians made sure of that. The Druids became a convenient enemy, a way to shift the blame and tighten their grip on power. It's always so simple, so banal, isn't it? Well, death doesn't always mean an ending. It was a sacrifice so costly, so cruel, so pointless, that it tore a rift in the fabric of this world, an ultimate wound. And so you're the closest you'll ever come to seeing the true shape of this world. To greet you, and here I found my... Well, first, you're going to meet my former employer. He'll try to my waste. Just remember, once you step through, but if you've come this... Go on. Go on.
Few dare to seek, and now, here you are. Oh, I've carried... What lingers here? It's older, it's pure. Oh, precisely the opposite of what Caradoc would... Ridiculous, I know. But yes, that's what it boils down to. Ultimately, though. Yes. By the end of his life, Arthur became obsessed with his legacy. He left mementos, artifacts that embodied the virtues. Excalibur, a symbol, but Merlin... So they acted. When the king died, a clever solution. He left out too. Merlin thought compassion and doubt were that way.
Yeah, right.
That's...
This is all the same.
The asylum treated you as a subject. I see you as a savior. Your suffering gave us a chance. I can see you're still doubting me. I want to bring back our king. It won't. Because I've seen whatever they're left without him. If things continue this way, they will follow him. That's what people... Help me bring the king back. Now you need... I made my... This is...
Right, so he argues for you to bring the king back. Kardec argues for you to kill the king. You have a couple of extra options. I chose to basically take over. So we're going to choose something different this time. So we're already like leading the armies to crush Camelot. So I'm going to side with Kardec.
I was there when it all began. When Arthur first set foot on... We believed in him, in his dream, in his kingdom. Every battle felt like a step closer to peace. Every sacrifice justified by the dream we shared. But then came the cost. The war. We turned... At first, that's... Arthur wasn't... And no. But do you understand? I'd like to believe that after 600... You need to understand that people thought, and still think, that he was more... But he wasn't. He made mistakes. I've seen what happens when people... But that's not my what comes after. Then let it. If this... Let them stand, at least...
That's right, he's all like, who cares?
Maybe
He's
they
all
are
like, who cares? Let it happen.
chaos. I just what comes. And we'll never know if we were resurrected. Such fun. Listen, you so, and then go.
All of this seems the same no matter which way you run through it, so. Yep. I already know what I'm going to decide, so I'm probably going to skip through this guy's shit too. We already know. Alright, dude. Come on, Hob. You fucking knob.
You've come. Please, just because you know I kill just or but say to you. People take that. I don't care to not feel the burden of to not. Isn't that what you doesn't? And but do and you, I just
Help me bring the king back. Hold. Now you need to go. I made my case. Please, this is the only way for Avalon.
Go on.
It's the Grail. It's the Grail.
You carried. Now you stand before what started it all. I am the reason that I do not guide. I do not offer me. You have brought. Now, choose, and let the shape of the world follow.
We're going Kardak's path. So I chose the King Soul for myself, my first playthrough, so I took it. Orin's path is going to be the Resurrect the King. So since we're crushing Avalon, right, or not crushing Avalon, but crushing Camelot, we're going with Kardak's path. And on the next playthrough, we'll side with Camelot and choose Orin's path. I know you can do the whole save scum and go back and choose this differently without without it playing through again, but it gives me an excuse to play through the game again. This game's fun. Alright, so Kardak's path.
You will break the frame, and what follows will not remember you. You will vanish into the story you chose to restore. You will be seen. You will be followed. You will be blamed. You will shape the world to become its witness. Then the idea shall fall, its weight discarded, its rule denied. But the soul is not yet yours to give. First, it must be purified of what still speaks through it.
Thank you. But promise me, you will win this fight, my friend.
Oh, I want to kick the shit out of you, dude.
After everything you've seen, you sided with Caradoc. Then all the suffering, all the pain, meant nothing. I am Avalon will be reborn. Perfect this time.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm just gonna be like, hey, dude, yeah, on your fucking knees.
You brought down the cycle with steady hands and no promise of glory. You did not claim the throne. You buried it. There is no king now. Only the truth you made and the path others may follow. You had no answers, only scars and the will to keep walking. And sometimes that was enough to keep others going too. With One Eye and Captain Brandon working side by side, the South found a peace it hadn't known in years. The roads stayed open, the fields were guarded, and the people finally felt safe. No longer bound to Camelot or the Knights of the Round Table, it became a land ruled by its own people on its own terms. Because of you, the men here remained and the Kuanact endured. Not just as a place, but as a legacy of quiet defiance and hope. Lord Yvain was remembered as a hero who gathered the wise and set out in search of the Grail, while Kuanact stood as a peaceful haven amid the weirdness. You awakened the giants, and with them at their side, the Dal Rita conquered Camelot. As the capital fell, the customs of the tribes spread across Avalon. Not everyone welcomed them, but the change had already taken root. Firgas was named the new Galahad the Loyal. With One Eye and Brenda backed by the Dal Rita the Forlorn Swords, he saw that the South's alliance was strong enough to stand on its own. He urged Camelot to leave the South in peace, and turned his attention to securing the rest of Avalon. The captain led the South to independence, breaking all ties with Camelot. Under his rule, the Horns of the South flourished. Merchants, pilgrims, and adventurers returned to the roads, and prosperity once again reached the far corners of the land. One Eye ruled the South, with the Horns of the South at his side. Over time, the Dal Rita of the Fallen Swords rallied to his banner, forging a unified force. With the South secured, he stood in a strong position to launch future conquests across Avalon. Nianta left Kuanact with Yvain, and her fate remained unknown. Yet among the people she once served, tales of her devotion and courage endured, and her name was remembered with respect. Maggot left Kuanact alongside Yvain, surprising many who had long considered him harmless and weak. His fate remained unknown, but in time, the people spoke proudly of the last druid, claiming him as one of their own. Eufre left Kuanact alongside Yvain, despite concerns about his age. His fate remained unknown, but the people admired him for finding purpose at the end of his life, and spoke of him with lasting respect. Fabius fled with Leal before the church could act. In hiding, they built a quiet life together, raising their child far from the reach of the Red Church.
This actually got an ending screen, huh?
Bailey turned to the merchants for support, and for a time the hospital prospered. But when they began charging patients for care, she walked away and opened her own small practice, refusing to serve profit over healing. With Helmi as the new matron, the Volca returned to their former glory with renewed ferocity. their berserkers filled with an aggression that stirred quiet fear among the other tribes. Among the united tribes of the Dal Rita, the Volca were treated with equal parts awe and mistrust, seeming to teeter closer and closer to madness. Ingrid turned away from the eternal sleep, choosing life over dreams. In time, she began to rebuild the Thoid among the living, planting the first seeds of a new future for her scattered people. Under Stronna's leadership, the Ulfra found new strength.
Man, I can't wait to see what happens when I don't really help these guys out the way they want.
Restoring their place among the tribes of the forlorn swords. With the Stagfather slain and the old bonds broken,
Especially this one.
Alam led the Svine towards a new path. He opened the tribe to the other clans of the Dal Rita and guided them to settle in the Mather mines. You accepted the mycelium's offer and let the spores consume Sagramor's body. Now the kingdom lies under fungal control, its people connected, obedient, and slowly fading into the roots that feed the spores. You made a pact with the Foredwellers, freeing them only once they agreed to leave behind their knowledge. One was lost to madness, but another fulfilled the promise, placing a stone woven with the song at the feet of the Stone Wardens. Through it, the craft survived into a new age. After returning to Camelot, Killian lived quietly for a time. When he vanished, few asked questions. Unsettling rumors had always followed him, and most preferred not to remember. Oh, Queen Cinnamon Sage never forgot the bond.
Cinnamon Sage.
Proud of the path you chose, he built a small shop near your grave, and in quiet moments, still spoke to you as he once did. A friend loyal beyond the bounds of life.
Looks like everybody turned out pretty fucking alright, huh? Looks like everybody turned out pretty fucking alright. Looks like I need to be a real asshole next time. Okay. So what we're gonna do... Alright, so that's the end of survival difficulty. I'm not gonna play the next round on survival difficulty. I'll probably put it on veteran, but survival difficulty is just whatever. It was whatever. New save. Let's see. All right, so we got that one. And here is my archer. All right. No shit, dude. 10 days, huh? Wow. I'm pretty sure I played for a good amount almost every day. Man, this game has consumed my soul. I have enjoyed this game a lot. So it is time for a new playthrough. We're gonna do I guess a melee build. Maybe sword and shield. Maybe two-handed. Two-hander? We should do a two-hander build. I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. So, my overall thoughts on survival difficulty. Is it worth playing? No. I don't think so. It really just seems that the only thing it really does is limits your saves so you don't save scum in a dungeon. But there's a lot of places that you can rest, and resting saves your game. So even on, yes, it's even in the dungeons, it's like, hey, look, there's a camp. Oh, look, a bedroll. Rest, even for an hour, reach, and it saves the game right there. So it's it just wasn't. I think the survival difficulty needs to be retuned. I mean, there's food, there's liquid. I'm gonna call it liquid. There's food, there's drink, there's rest. Why is that not implemented in the survival difficulty? Why don't you need to balance your food, your your water? I mean, if you're gonna put a survival difficulty, that's what I was expecting. None of that is in survival, and that's unfortunate. So that's why I'm saying it's just, is it worth playing? No, it's not. Not until they retune it. I mean, do you get more experience? I'm not 100% sure, but I am going to do the next playthrough on veteran, just no survival difficulty, and see if there's a difference between the experience. I don't really think there is. So, but we'll see. Anyway, that's gonna do it for the. It's gonna do it for the veteran playthrough, or the not the veteran, the survival difficulty.